So at this point, we're going to go ahead and grab our linear rails and assemble our T-nuts on our rail and get prepped for the next step. You should have 2 rails per gantry, and at this point we're going to go ahead and pre-prep them for the X gantry as well, since we're going to be into the T-nuts and the linear rails. So for your 4x4 table, you'll have 6 pieces total. So to assemble the T-nuts on your rail, you're going to place them, you're going to start at the end, and every 4th hole you're going to assemble a T-nut. And it's going to be your M4 nuts, or M4 bolts, 16 millimeter. And what you're going to want to do is just barely start the nut. About 2 threads work. So at this point, you're going to repeat the process for the next 5 rails. So at this point, once you have all 6 of your linear rails prepped and ready for the extrusions, just go ahead and take 2 of them and set them aside for the X gantry. We'll be addressing these at a later time. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and set our linear rails on our Y gantries. With all your T-nuts on the linear rail, go ahead and try to position them to line in the slot the best you can. And go ahead and use your gantry support brace as your bump stop for your linear rail. Then with your first T-nut, go ahead and rapidly spin it because you want the T-nut to grab the extrusion. And once you feel it, the linear rail is locked in place. So go ahead and just work your way down the rail. And don't fully snug them to torque specs, just go ahead and leave them a little loose for alignment purposes. Go ahead and grab your second rail. Again, bump it to your gantry support stop. Go ahead and start your first T-nut. Go ahead and repeat the steps on the following side. we trying to use those alignment jigs?
I have no idea. Do they work good?
I haven't used them.
Who made them? Who made them?
Seth. See, I don't like them because they scratch the...
They do.
Okay.
Did it fit right on?
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed then.
Huh?
I don't think it's needed then.
Flip right on. Let me just try something real quick. I'm gonna have to edit this out of the video. I just want to see if these work. These have to be made out of plastic.
They do.
You know what I mean?
Can you laser cut plastic on the table?
I think I'm just gonna align them with the uprights. You know what I mean? Okay. Let me get them apart so I can gather them real easy.
Go for the bearings.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to gather the uprights, the bearings.
Did you go vote today?
Huh?
Are you gonna go vote today?
Is today voting day?
Yeah.
For president?
I don't know what it is.
And when do you vote for president?
I don't know.
It's too early to vote, right?
I think so.
It's a Democratic state anyways.
This sucks. Was it last year?
Yeah.
What,
They voted for Hillary in the state.
Damn. It's probably like Reno.
No, it's Vegas.
Vegas is pretty liberal.
It's Vegas. Well, you gotta think there's only, what, 3 major cities in Nevada, right? That are actually like considerable cities.
What cities?
Vegas, Reno, and I think there's another one over there by Idaho. It's kind of like a mini Vegas, I heard.
Where's Carson?
Oh, Carson's pretty big too.
What's
And Tahoe's pretty big, but Tahoe's California.
What's the capital of
Carson.
Carson is?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Carson. Where do you want to film those? Where do you want to film the gantry boards? Or should we put a piece of plate down, like on the table, and then put the gantry together on the table?
Huh?
Should we put a piece of plate down on the plasma table, and then,
No, I'm gonna put the uprights on.
like, where are you going to build the uprights?
Huh?
Where are you going to build the uprights?
Well, I just gotta get them into place. They're gonna be on the rails.
We're going to put the bearings together on it, so.
Well, I gotta put the bearings on the rail first.
Oh, got it.
Bearings, stops.